Bye, Dream!
Wait, what?
What? Oh my God!
This is a Minecraft clutch. Whether you're using a water bucket or a hay wheel, clutching is the easiest way to break your fall in Minecraft. But there's a problem. Every clutch has its flaw. The water bucket doesn't work in the nether, the hay wheel clutch makes you take damage, and the dream boat clutch, well, that was just way too hard. There are thousands of ways to clutch, but they all have one fatal flaw. You need something to clutch with. This might seem logical. You obviously need something to clutch with, or you would take fall damage and die. But what if you could fall with no items, no blocks, no one to help you, and still survive?
Bro, I refuse to believe you're able to do that.
Dude, you are not going to be able to do this. There's absolutely no way. It's literally impossible.
That is literally impossible.
Now I know what you're thinking. This is impossible, how would that even work? But that's where you're wrong. There is a clutch that is easy to pull off, negates all fall damage, works on all dimensions, all without needing anything in your inventory. You know how you can clutch in the game, right?
Like using a water bucket?
Like using a water bucket, yeah. So what do you think is the best one? The easiest one? The best one?
The best one? I think it's one of the easiest, but of course it's like the water bucket clutch.
What if you could have nothing in clutch? Do you think that would be possible?
It's like taking no fall damage.
Yeah, like if you had no items, no water bucket, no anything, do you think you'd be able to clutch?
I mean, it would be hard to clutch without like breaking your legs or something, but yeah, that would be cool.
Well, yeah, there is a way. There's this glitch where you can basically just fall out of any place with nothing in your inventory and survive. This basically means that you don't need anything to clutch anywhere, and you can just clutch with nothing.
Huh.
So
I mean, you need to have keybinds.
You do need to have keybinds, that is true, but you also need keybinds for everything else, so it doesn't really change anything. The only thing you need is a keyboard and a mouse, and you can clutch. Now there are two ways to do this, but one is much better than the other. The first way to do it you might have already heard of. Leaving and joining the game right as you fall. Many people have done this to survive falls and even save hardcore worlds. But while this works in both single player and multiplayer, it's much easier to pull off in single player. The reason this works is because of spawn invincibility, which gives you 3 seconds of invincibility when you join a server or world. This method has a fatal flaw though. It is against the rules in most servers, since it could be considered cheating or combat logging. Since it would be useless in a real scenario like a manhunt, we have to scrap this method. The second method is much more interesting and less well known, but this clutch took a long time to master, so subscribing to my bell would be greatly appreciated. Anyway, you might have seen this clip floating around Twitter or TikTok where people are calling this the air clutch, where someone jumps off a high place and miraculously survives with nothing in their inventory. At first, I thought it was fake, but then I tried it myself. What? How? How does this... What? I'm so confused. Wait, so if... But how does it even work, and how do you do it? The only way to pull this clutch off is if you sprint off a ledge, hold space, and shift right before you hit the ground. This makes it look like you double jump, and you somehow take no fall damage. While it can take practice, this is easily recreatable in your own worlds, and it works in both single player and multiplayer. There is one downside though. It can only be done from 35 blocks upwards. A player can only sustain 23 blocks of fall damage, so this means that if you jump between those two heights with no protection and attempt to do the clutch, you will die. But is this actually true? Kaman18 says so, but there's no real proof, so... What? I'm so confused. I just did it from 30 blocks. I just did it from 30 blocks, but how low can we go? What? Wait, what? That was 20 blocks. Okay, this is getting interesting, but 15 doesn't work, so what about 16? Can we not do a 15? No. Yeah, no, 16 is impossible. 17? That's it. What? 17 worked. 17 blocks is the least you have to go to clutch like this. And that really isn't much, so I wouldn't count that as a downside. So, does this mean this clutch is perfect? Now we know how to do it, but why does it work at all? So I looked through bug reports, watched videos, read forums, and found nothing. Apparently there was no explanation, and I reluctantly gave up on searching for a real answer. As you might have thought, this is most likely a glitch. But it's not your average glitch because it's been around for many years already, and it's only been recently uncovered. Mojang says it's been fixed, but I can still do it on the latest version with no issues, and this might mean they won't be fixing it anytime soon. But what does this mean for the future of clutching? There are tons of YouTubers that have gained a lot of popularity by clutching, and everyone knows how important they are to the game. If this clutch made every other clutch useless, then there would be no point in getting good at clutching in any other methods, and clutching would cease to exist. The thing is, it doesn't make every other clutch useless. This clutch has its downsides as any other clutch does. It isn't perfect. You can't do this clutch every single time. Even I, which have been practicing for weeks, can't do it consistently. But a water bucket clutch I can do every single time, and it isn't like it is very expensive. You just get 3 iron, and if you're really cheap, then just get a boat or a ladder. So clutching isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Is it skill only a fraction of Minecraft players have? It'll always be entertaining to watch the best show off their craft. This clutch, while on the surface might seem crazy, is really just a standard clutch that we can add to our collection.